Kingsley artists. Today we're going to talk about the studio habit of mind, understand art worlds. So for this, you can learn about art history and learn to interact as an artist with other artists. So we are going to go through about 4 different inspiration artists and the kind of artworks they make. And then your assignment is to pick one of them that you are inspired by, or hey, all 3, and create some art in that style. The first artist is Piven, and he's an Israeli illustrator who uses found objects to create portraits. So these are objects that were not originally intended to be used for art. Their original intent was something else. And he transforms them and arranges them into these portraits of famous people, world leaders, all sorts of different things. So I'm wondering if you guys can see what 3 different leaders I put on this page for you. And then also, if you're interested in his art more, this is his website, pivenworld.com. Another artist that does found objects is Jane Perkins. She's a British artist, and she does these amazing portraits where if you zoom in and look really closely, they are all made out of different pieces, bottle caps, little buttons, things like that, different found objects. So she recreates portraits, famous artworks, all sorts of recognizable things. So the first idea is doing found object art. So you're going to gather your objects, arrange them into some kind of interesting portrait or picture, whatever you're choosing to make. Now, depending what objects you use, you might be able to glue them down or you might not. After you finish and arrange your artwork, take a photograph, upload it to Artsonia. There's our access code. And then I put number 5, question mark, you might have to return the items that you used. So if you used your grandmother's hairbrush, you're going to need to put that back and not glue it down. Okay, so check with your family about the objects you're using. Our next inspiration artist is Andy Goldsworthy. He's an English artist, and he is super well known for his natural sculptures. So he finds objects, things out in nature, sticks, twigs, rocks, leaves, mud, snow, ice, whatever is a natural object, and he rearranges it in nature to make his sculptures. Now, something that's neat about him is that he takes a photograph, but then he actually usually leaves his sculptures out in nature to happen naturally. So even though he rearranged them, he's not disrupting nature. And then those sculptures are captured in the photograph, but then through time, they will just naturally decay like anything else would for nature. So that's a really interesting idea for an artwork. Okay, so our second idea is making art from nature. So you're going to need to get outside. If you can go for a walk with your family, great. If you can head out to your backyard, great. Either one will work. Gather some natural materials that you can then arrange, photograph, and then upload your work to Artsonia. And again, depending what you gather, you might be able to glue them down and make a permanent artwork, or you might arrange them and leave them in nature like Andy Goldsworthy does. Okay, our last inspiration artist is Michelle Reeder. She makes sculptures using all found objects and waste materials and things that were just going to end up in a landfill. She really likes transforming things, and she'll do a lot that have a purpose for the sculpture as well. So she has a lot of animals. The guy here in the middle was actually an award, so kind of like a Golden Globe award, except made from recycled materials. The people here, they were all at a mall, and she made them completely out of recycled objects from just that mall. So the cup is from that mall's food court, and all of the clothes are from like paper bags from the stores in that mall. All right. So our final art idea is using recycled objects to make some kind of art sculpture. First, you're going to find the objects. Paper towel rolls are great, milk cartons, anytime you finish something of food or snacks, think about the bags or plastic containers that it's in. Then you're going to use your art skills and whatever materials you have at home to transform it. You could paint it, you could glue stuff to it, you could cut it, however you want to change that object. But you do need to transform it. It should look like a new object and not just like it's still a milk carton. Okay? Once you get done, photograph it and upload it to ArtSonia. I really hope you like the idea of understanding art worlds and getting inspiration from other artists and learning about other artists. The more you do, the more you're going to get inspired and think of creative things. Right? Choose one of those three options, upload it to ArtSonia. I would love to see what you guys are doing. Keep creating.